What's up, travelers? We're continuing our road trip through California and stopping at the Golden City. We have the perfect 2-day itinerary and show you some of the hidden gems you just can't miss.
Join us as we wander through the streets of San Francisco and take in the culture, food, and views of this picturesque city by the bay.
We're here in San Francisco at the Ferry building. It's like a food market and they also have a farmer's market outside. So we're gonna go check it out, get some coffee, and let's see what we find. All right, there's so many food places here. So obviously our first stop was to get a quick little snack. We got el porteño, and they have empanadas, Argentina style empanadas. This is the pollo.
Let's see that. What's in there?
The empanada is very flaky, but light. And then there's like guisado of chicken with like onion and peppers. It's really good. So we got a sourdough bagel with cream cheese, and I just cannot wait to have it. It sounds delicious.
We're trying the sourdough everything bagel from Driver Bagels here at the Ferry building. And man, I don't think I've ever seen it. This is legit an everything bagel. I could barely see the bagel. It's all the seasonings on top. And the cream cheese looks super creamy. What makes these special is that they're wood fired. And I've never had a sourdough bagel, so let's see what it tastes like. That tastes really fresh, and that cream cheese is very creamy. A lot of seasoning on this bagel.
The Ferry building is a stunning architectural landmark right on the waterfront of San Francisco. With its soaring clock tower, this iconic structure is more than just a place to catch a boat. It's a foodie paradise packed with artisanal goodies, gourmet food, and mouth-watering delicacies from local vendors.
All right, so at the farmer's market, we tried the Proyecto Diaz coffee, and they have café de olla. Of course, I had to get café de olla, but this is a latte. And let me tell you, I've had a lot of café de olla, and this is so good, so creamy. They have a location in Oakland, but they're here at this farmer's market every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday starting at 10 a.m. Cheers.
Right behind the Ferry building, you have a Golden Gate Ferry terminal where you can purchase tickets to go different places around here, around the bay. We're here on a Tuesday and there's a lot of people coming into San Francisco. This place is a really nice place to just kick back, chill with a cup of coffee or grab some lunch and enjoy the views of the bridges and the bay.
All right, now that we're nice and caffeinated and have had some snacks in our belly, we're gonna go enjoy the rest of the city and hit up some of the popular tourist attractions. We're gonna start with Chinatown and then maybe head to Painted Ladies. We made it to Chinatown here in San Francisco, and a little fun fact is that this Chinatown is actually the oldest Chinatown you can find in North America. This was here since the 1850s, and so right now we're just strolling around, checking out their little knickknacks that we find and maybe another little snack. We stopped at the Eastern Bakery. We got a custard tart. Let's try it.
That's a lot of custard.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's nice and warm. It's so flaky. On my first bite, I tasted a lot of like egg, but good. It's almost like a flan, but a warm flan. Oh my God, this is so good.
We also got a sesame ball for $2.50, and I think it has black beans in it. Let's see.
It does. It's a vegan one.
Ooh, wow. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's full of black beans inside. Oh, it's really warm. I could see the steam coming out. It's kind of chewy, but the black beans with the sesame and the dough gives it a very sweet taste. Tastes like dessert, and it's very chewy. See, look at this dip, bean dip.
What Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, the evening TV. If you are a Full House fan, Alamo Park is where they had a picnic up on this little hill. Danny Tanner, Uncle Jesse, DJ Stephanie, Michelle, and Becky, they were all here in front of the Painted Ladies. These are Victorian style houses and they're so popular. They're in so many postcards for San Francisco. It's one of the most popular landmarks here in San Francisco. When you think San Francisco, you think the Golden Gate Bridge and you think the Painted Ladies.
Here at Alamo Square Park, there's so much greenery. We're kind of sad we didn't bring our Frisbee or a picnic because it's perfect day. It's nice and sunny out. They actually have a kids area with a lot of games. So if you have children or a dog, they definitely will love it here. And can't get a better view than this in San Francisco. We're standing here on the corner of Haight and Ashbury in the Haight-Ashbury district of San Francisco, and this place is full of beautiful Victorian houses. But back in the 1960s, this place was the epicenter of hippie and counterculture. You had all kinds of musicians gathering here, psychedelic rock bands like the Grateful Dead, Jefferson Airplane, Jimi Hendrix, all here creating music, creating art during the summer of love of the 1960s. We're here standing in front of the Red House where Jimi Hendrix supposedly lived in the 1960s for a few years. If you love Jimi Hendrix, you can just imagine him wailing on his guitar from the top floor of this building.
Nowadays, Haight-Ashbury is popular for tourists to come shop around, look at little gift shops, vintage shops, lots of restaurants here to enjoy. But also you get still the 1950s, 1960s vibe with the smell, if you catch my drift. But in general, it's such a nice little area and long street where you can just stroll and window shop. Speaking of restaurants, they do have a brewery here. This is Magnolia Brewing, and so we stopped by real quick to get a couple beers and a snack. We're here at Presidio Tunnel Tops. This used to be an old military base, and in 2022 it was converted into a public park where people can just come enjoy their day because of the beautiful view behind me, the Golden Gate Bridge. The landscaping here is very lush, and they have these beautiful desert plants that are colorful, and it just adds so much color and a little pop into the park here. They have an area where kids can play. They have incredible views of the Fine Arts Palace, the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz. They have buses that run here, so if you want to come by bus, or you pay $2.50 for every hour for the parking. And they have like a restaurant where you can get some food and some drinks.
Food trucks and
they also have food trucks and events, or you can just pack your own picnic and enjoy it up here because there's plenty of chairs and little benches for you to enjoy, or bring a blanket and set up your own picnic on the grass here. You get views of the city. It's just such a nice area to come and relax for the day. Currently driving down Lombard Street.
Whoa, that took forever considering it was only a tiny length.
We made it to Lombard Street. It claims to be the most crooked street in the world. It is a one-way, so you have to go get it up at the top so you can drive down if you have a car, or recommend walking down the Lombard Street. If you watch Full House, Danny Tanner walks up all the way to the hill with his groceries in the intro of season 1 through 4. I don't know the season. And as you can see, it's very popular with the tourists. This is one of the must-see locations when you visit San Francisco. It's a list of top things to do and it's free. So you can just come and spend about like 30 minutes here, just walking up and down the Lombard Street. The Golden Gate Bridge.
Golden Gate Park.
We are at the Golden Gate Park, checking out
PCH.
Along the PCH, checking out a lot of little stops. The park, do you know how big the park is?
It's pretty big.
It's pretty big.
I mean, it's like Central Park, but in San Francisco.
They have a lot of little gardens and areas to check out, and it's free, so.
It's free, you can rent bikes everywhere. They have little bikes. And here's another windmill. Here's another Dutch windmill. This one's called Murphy, but it doesn't include the beautiful garden surrounding it. It's just a windmill. Still nice to see a piece of history. It was built in the 1800s when they were using the renewable energy of the wind that the Bay Area gets so much of, right? Is Chicago known as a windy city? I think it should be San Francisco. Golden Gate Park is full of all these lakes with the habitat here, the biodiversity here. You don't never know what you'll find. Golden Gate Park is 1.5 square miles large and over 1,000 acres. That makes it more than 200 acres larger than Central Park. So, once again, the West Coast is better than the East Coast. That's right, up here.
After a quick little drive, we came across the Still Lake, which right behind me, you can also see the Huntington Falls. And the Japanese garden is here. If you wish to come, you can just stroll around, make a couple of loops, or you can also rent pedal boats here. It was lunchtime, so we decided to stop by the neighborhood known for its food. Little Italy has tons of options from its cozy cafes, family-owned restaurants, and gelato shops on every corner. You can really soak in the delicious Italian atmosphere here.
We opted for Molinari's Deli, which has been around for 120 years. You can find artisanal meats, cheeses, and breads, and some of the best subs in town. Next, we stopped by the crown jewel of San Francisco's skyline, Coit Tower. This Art Deco masterpiece offers panoramic views that will leave you in awe of the beauty of the bay.
Inside, you'll find colorful murals that tell the tale of San Francisco's history. You can enjoy this place for free, but if you want a bird's eye view of the Golden City, take the 234 steps up to the top for $10.
Another gem at Golden Gate Park are the gardens at the Conservatory of Flowers. The Victorian greenhouse and vibrant greenery make this place a perfect spot for a picnic or walk.
The heart of San Francisco's waterfront is Fisherman's Wharf, packed full of shops, seafood, and upbeat entertainment with the salty sea breeze. Even the barking sea lions stick around for the show.
And you had a good time. Make some noise right now. Come on.
All the walking made us hungry, so we hunted down some chowder and had ourselves a bowl of fun. The clam chowder at Fog Harbor did not disappoint. It was creamy, flavorful, and the sourdough bread bowl had us fishing for the last bite.
When you're done with your clam chowder, you don't want that bread bowl to go to waste. It still got a lot of residual chowder. So what I recommend doing is you pick it up, you dig right in. Like that. That was the best bite of the night.
If you're a thrill seeker or a Full House fan like me and looking for a feel of vintage San Francisco charm, hop on board the Powell streetcar. Hang on tight as it takes you zooming up the steep hills through breathtaking views of the city.
We're at Salesforce Park, which is at the top of Salesforce Transit Center. You can take buses to pretty much everywhere in San Francisco. The park is on the 4th floor and it's filled with trees and lawns and activities. Bare bottle brewing. It's very beautiful up here, to be honest. It reminds me of the High Line in New York, for sure.
This is as big as 4.5 football fields.
And if you're just looking for some peace and looking to walk around or read a book, it's kind of a nice, juxtaposition between the city and nature.
Right now we are at the brewery that's located here called Bare Bottle. So there's a lot of folks here probably just getting out of work. Right behind us there's also a coffee shop. So if you're here in the morning,
Trailblazer Cafe, yeah.
Yeah, if you're here in the morning, you can also just grab your coffee to go here. Okay, this is a segment we like to call Ask Me Anything. Babe, do you want to go first?
I don't know how to play this game. I just ask questions?
Yeah, just ask
about
questions.
What? Is there a topic?
It's a segment we like to call Ask Me Anything about the trip.
Oh, the category is a trip.
Yeah,
okay.
Our trip this time is San Francisco.
The mushroom trip? Oh, the San Francisco trip. Okay. All right, so it's
I don't do
San
drugs.
Francisco. What was your favorite location that you visited in San Francisco?
Ooh, my favorite location was the Presidio.
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 The tunnel top?
The Presidio tunnel tops, because you got a view of the Golden Gate Bridge and the landscaping with the flowers. Beautiful. All right, babe. What was your favorite brewery?
That's a tough one. It has to be Cellar Maker because every beer we had there was amazing. They have a spot in Mission District, right?
Yeah.
And they also have delicious Detroit-style pizzas.
The pizza was so good.
Where was your favorite coffee from?
Ooh, that's a good one. We had a good amount of coffee. I think we're still
Proyecto Diaz. That's a no-brainer, bro.
Okay, I wasn't done. Definitely check out Proyecto Diaz for their coffee. Somebody is visiting San Francisco for the first time. What is one tip you're giving them?
It's helpful to have a car. I think you could do a lot with a car because it's easy to get from one point to another, but you need to be strategic about where you park. Don't pay for public parking. Park a few blocks away, look for street parking, and then just walk a few blocks to your destination.
If you've ever been to San Francisco or you live in San Francisco, let us know in the comments down below what is a place somebody definitely has to visit that maybe we didn't hit up. I think that the spot that we're at right now is definitely a locals only spot.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of tourists. We're right outside of the iShares by BlackRock. Probably some investment bankers around here making millions a year.
Not us, we're teachers.
We had an incredible ride exploring the one and only city by the bay. From the iconic landmarks to the hidden gems, San Francisco is another golden city you just can't miss along the beautiful West Coast.
If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for future travel videos. Thanks for watching and catch you on the road.
And you could catch the sunset. You can catch the sunset. You can catch the sun setting over the San Francisco skyline.
We're gonna buy a ticket at Flavor Town on these ferries.
You're so dumb. Is that good enough?
Yes, thank you.
Is that enough love?